Hello my YouTubers, this is Dana Drupsky for this new updated video for new things on VHSs and DVDs and other stuff I got this week. Some from the thrift store at the Casona, the flea market, and Salvation Army. And few on eBay I just got too. And also, today's date is the last day of September, September 30th, 2021. Let's begin with one of the titles I got from my thrift stores and flea markets and everything, and some of it from different places. Let's start with this audio cassette I just got from my thrift store. That is Charlie Brown All-Stars read-along book without no tape. This is the 1988 release, but however, originally, the tape master of this was from the 1978 read-along edition, part of the Bona Vista's Charlie Brown read-along book series. That's actually at the time was distributed by Disneyland Records. Yep. However, it was moved to the Golden Books read-along series, which some of the Peanuts read-along books were kindly reissued in 1988. Yep. Pretty soon, I think I have one of the Charlie Brown read-along books, records, or tapes. Not that much, but someday I'll get a lot more. Now I got here some couple of Disney VHS tapes. Let's start with Mary Poppins, the 1985 reissue of the Neon Mickey tapes. And this one has the Walt Disney and You promo. Winner of the 5 Academy Awards, that stars with Julie Andrews, Dick Van Dyke, David Tomlinson, and Gladys John, featuring the songs A Spoonful of Sugar and Supervaticatious. And one on the other videos I have for Mary Poppins, I did was 1980 original, 1985, and 1982. This copy of Mary Poppins is printed on August 26, 1985, and this one has the Walt Disney New promo on it. And here's an incidental bonus, part of the Disney VHS tape series. Here's a promotion for Walt Disney's Comedy Magic Review for $9.99. A 30-minute program, has some Disney clips in there. Yep, and these are the actual Disney titles are available for $29.95 each of the Neon Mickey tapes. There's the proofs of purchase of it by Walt Disney Production in 1985. God, I love these Disney tapes. This one I'll be making a market into eBay very soon. Here's another Disney VHS tape. It's Pinocchio from 1985. Yep. And this one, I checked this out. This one has no Black Cauldron preview on it. Thank God for that. I never like it with the Black Cauldron preview. Sticker label. This tape was printed on August 15, 1985. When the price for Pinocchio was $79.99, it went down to about $49.99 or $29.99 back in 1985. Pinocchio is one of the great Disney animated movies. I can't wait to see the new Pinocchio. And one of the copies of Pinocchio I showed you from the other video. The one I did was back in March. 2 in March and one recently this month of September. Now I got here some couple of public domain cartoons I'm planning to sell on eBay. Here's one of the Popeye cartoons that has Popeye the Sailor meets the Sinbad the Sailor, and Popeye the Sailor meets Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. It's still considered to be public domain. 1985 release from the Kids Classics when it's been distributed by Good Times Home Video. Kids Classics label, yep, doesn't have a print date. Jack Meltzer was the original Popeye voice back in the 1930s. Yep, what's up, Doc? And here's another one for you for the public domain. Bugs Bunny cartoons. And this is the 1990 release from New Age Video. It has some 3 vintage Bugs Bunny cartoons like Fresh Hair, The Rabbit Who Came to Supper, Case of the Missing Hair. Yep. Mel Blanc provided one of the voices in there. And then how much I love Mel Blanc. Last year, 2020, Bugs Bunny was only 80 years old, celebrating his 80th birthday. And I hate the newer Looney Tunes today. I like the original Looney Tunes cartoon shorts because Mel Blanc created them, and some of their feature-length movies were made in the 80s. Now I got here some 4 of the Charlie Brown tapes. It started with Charlie Brown's Christmas. High Tops video release. It was originally 1988, but this is the reissued in the early 90s from Video Treasures. Gotta be from 1990, and this tape was printed on September 9, 1991. But soon I'll get like a Charlie Brown's Christmas VHS from 1984. Comes with You're Not Elected Charlie Brown from Snoopy Home Video Library and Media Home Entertainment. Now I got here another Charlie Brown tape called Charlie Brown and Snoopy Show Volume 2. And it has like 2 episodes like Snoopy's Cat Fright and Linus and Lucy. And this is from Paramount 1994. That was at the time when Paramount released all the Peanuts specials in their episode series. This is a used tape. Nobody doesn't even clean the tape up. And this tape was printed on the 8th week of 1994. I was only 9 years old at the time. Good grief. Da 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 da. The next one we got here is Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and however, this is the reprint from the late 80s, probably from Kansas Charistmas Video Communications, and this copy of it was recorded on LP, or this one's got to be SP. This tape was printed on October 2nd, 1991. I was only 7 years old at the time. But however, this is not original. This is a reprint. The original release was in the clamshell from 1987. There's a 4th Charlie Brown tape I have. Why Charlie Brown? Why? The special from 1990. It's about this little girl who receives the bad news that she has cancer, and she ended up in the hospital, and that's how she became bald. But later in the episode, she got better, and she got her hair back at the end of this special. This is very important. And this tape is it's from Canada, not the United States. The Canadian copy doesn't have any print dates on it. Yep. Paramount release 1995. I might have to keep this for like a little while. I got here some other cartoons like Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol special, and I showed you from my other previous updated video like the 1982 original. This is the 1988 reissue from Paramount Gulf Western Company release, starring the voice of Jim Backus as Mr. Magoo. There's the Paramount 75th Anniversary logo spine. Yep. This tape was printed on the 47th week of 90. I think it's the 43rd week of 90. And it says the print date on it was October 12th, 1990. Oh, Magoo, you done it again. The next one we got here is Walt Disney Mini Classics release of Ben and Me, starring the narrates by Sterling Holloway in this 1953 Disney cartoon. It's about when Amos and Mouse were a team with Benjamin Franklin when they're doing like the printing press, like making newspapers, and they discover electricity, flying a kite. This is the 1989 release of Ben and Me from Walt Disney Home Video and Walt Disney Company. This is what the label looks like, and there's the barcode on there, sticker label, and it has no print date on it either. And I got, hello, I got one of the Three Stooges VHS tapes, and I'm not going to keep one of them. I might have to sell them. The first one I have here is Three Stooges, Ants in the Pantry and the Other Nyuks, known as the 15th volume of the Other Nyuks series. These ain't exactly the 13-volume ones. So on this tape it has Ants in the Pantry in 1936. The Wonder Boys were exterminators. Then we got A Plumbing We Will Go that was already released in the 6th Three Stooges volume in 1983. The one with the boys were mistakenly as plumbers. And this third short we got here is Dutiful But Dumb from 1941. The one with the boys who were the photographers when they end up in Bulgaria. And one of the good gags when Curly was battling with the oyster stew. That was on the 7th Three Stooges volume in 1983 that I do already have. 1988 release from RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video. And it has no print date on it. Soon I might have to get one of the more Stooges tapes to sell, if I ever find them in the thrift store. And here's the 29th Three Stooges Other Nyuks tape, that is Three Smart Saps. It's the 1990 release from RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video. On this 29th Three Stooges volume, it has Beer Bowl Polecats in 1946, the one they make beer, and they end up in jail for selling beer. And did you know in this episode, Beer Bowl Polecats, to show a previous Three Stooges shorts were involved with jail? Like the worried about getting hanging from in the Sweet Pie and Pie. Then they worked in the rock pile in So Long Mr. Chumps. Then we roll on to Three Smart Saps. The one with the boys are trying to get their father-in-law out of jail. So they had to take pictures for that one of the gangsters when they're using the recreation room as a dining room. And finally, we roll on to Monkey Businessmen. The one with the boys were electricians when they fixing the guy's wire. So they decide to go for like a place of rest, but turns out to be a total nightmare, ending up in the asylum. And now there's the sticker label. I showed you that from the other channel. This tape was printed on the second week of 1990. And last but not least in the Three Stooges tapes I got, it is the 33rd Three Stooges volume in one of the Three Stooges 1990 tapes. And this one is Wither and Weep, this is the 33rd volume and it has Wither and Weep from 1946, Back from the Front 1943, and Three Troubledoers in 1946. And these are the ones that came out in the 1990s from the Columbia TriStar Home Video series. Sticker label, This tape was printed on the 6th week of 1994. Why I order. Now I got something also from the thrift store. Here's Abbott and Costello in Wistful Widow of Wagon Gap, co-stars with Marjorie Main. This is the 1992 release from MCA Universal Home Video's Abbott and Costello collection. And this film was directed by Charles T. Bolton. Yep. Gordon Jones is co-starred in this movie. One who plays Mike the cop from the Abbott and Costello TV show. He was one of the villains in there. And I'll show you what this tape looks like. Sticker label. And this tape was printed on the 46th week of 1992. I was exact 8 years old at the time. Now I got here Bye Bye Birdie it's a 1985 release from RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video. In this musical film, Bye Bye Birdie, starring with Ann-Margret, Janet Land, Dick Van Dyke, Paul Lynde, Maureen Stapleton, Bobby Waddell, and Ed Sullivan co-starred in it. And Jess Preston as Conrad Birdie, featuring some memorable good songs like Bye Bye Birdie, Going Steady, We're Gonna Be on Ed Sullivan's Show, and Put On Your Happy Face. And let me tell you something. I was in the play of Bye Bye Birdie in 2003 and 4 in my class year. I was the role of Albert Peterson, Dick Van Dyke's character. Then it was a remake later in the TV movie with Jason Alexander in 1995 with Vanessa Williams. And originally Bye Bye Birdie came out on VHS and Beta was back in 1979. Then it was reissued in 1983 and 1985. And this copy of it was a reprint in 1989. Sticker label from 86. Let me see. I don't see any printed date on it. Let me see. This tape was printed on March 21st, 1991. That was the first day of spring. This is for eBay selling. Now I got here some couple of Shirley Temple tapes. Finally, I found this copy of the Shirley Temple's Little Princess, 1989 release from the Playhouse Video Shirley Temple Collection. And this, the Little Princess I used to have is the 90s reissue in her colorized tape series, and this is not a public domain. The Little Princess co-stars with Richard Green, Eloise Louis, and Anita Louise, Ian Hunter, and Cesar Romero, and Mary Nash, the one she was in another Shirley Temple film like Heidi, and Arthur Treacher's in it too, as the butler. Arthur Treacher appeared in the 4 Shirley Temple films, like The Little Princess, Heidi, Stowaway, and Curly Top. There's a vertical sticker label from Playhouse Video under the license of CBS Fox Video, and it has the barcode sticker label. And I got all her fun. I got all the films, even with Bojangles, even We're Looking for the Bluebird, and even Heidi. And here's Captain January, 1936, when she stars with Guy Keaveley, Slim Sullivan, and Buddy Epson. A memorable scene I like in the movie when Shirley Temple sings with Buddy Epson is the Codfish Ball. 1989 release from the Playhouse Video series. And I'll show you what this tape looks like. 1990 reprint. And this tape was printed on the 30th week of 1992. The next one I got here are more VHS tapes, like with Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds in City Heat in 1984, which was not a great movie. I bought this anyway so I can sell it as one of the Clint Eastwood tapes. This is an early 1985 release from Warner Home Video, division of the Warner Communications Company. On the beginning of this tape, it has The Pale Rider with Clint Eastwood. This tape was printed on February 5th, 1985. The end label was missing. Now I got here Peter and the Magic Egg, featuring the voice of Ray Bolger when he narrated. The same Ray Bolger plays the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz, and this is the 1987 reissue of Peter and the Magic Egg. And did you know, originally it came out in the early 80s of Family Home Entertainment in one of those big fat boxes. And on this tape it has the Easter collection promo, and this tape was printed in 1988. And let me see the print date on it. No print date. Someday soon I have to check out this tape if I wanted to probably to sell it right on eBay, and I'll be right back. Had to check something out. Keep your shirt on, folks. Well, folks, I just checked this tape out, and it has the previews of the Pound Puppies in the Mapletown collection promo. Yep, it's a good thing I had to check that out. But don't worry, I'll get Peter and the Magic Egg in one of those Family Home Entertainment Big Fat boxes. Also comes with the public domain cartoons on there from Family Home Entertainment. The next one I got here with more VHS tapes, I got Corbin Copy that stars with the young Denzel Washington and George Segal. And you know, this past year, George Segal died at 87, old age. And this film co-stars with Jack Wharton, Dick Martin, and Paul Winfield. 1983 release from Embassy Home Entertainment. It's about when George Segal has a son in the film, was played by Denzel Washington. Yep. And this is the original sticker label. Doesn't have any print date on it. The next one we got here is Breakfast at Tiffany's, starring with romantic Audrey Hepburn. Originally, Breakfast at Tiffany's came out on VHS back in 1979. Then it was going to be a reprint in 1985, then 1988, and this is the 1990 reissue from Paramount Communications Company. And this film co-stars with George Rappel, Patricia Neal, Buddy Epson, Martin Balson, and Mickey Rooney when he plays a Japanese landlord. Directed by Blank Edwards, the one who was married to Julie Andrews, and he did the directing of the Pink Panther films. Moon River. This is the 1990 sticker label. And this tape was printed on March 1st, 1991. And this tape was printed on the 10th week of 91. I was only 6 years old at the time. Now I got 2 copies of Breakfast at Tiffany's. Next one we got here with more VHS tapes like the Fairy Tale Theater's The Boy Who Left Home to Find About the Shivers, that stars with Dana Hill and Christopher Lee and Peter McCallum, something like that. This is the 1984 release of the CBS Fox Videos Fairy Tale Theater Collection, 11th volume in the series. This is not the Playhouse video release. Yep. I'll show you what the box looks like. This is an ex-rental from the video store. This is the 11th tape, and also comes with a little bonus from this box. The Fairy Tale Theater Collection booklet, distributed by CBS Fox Video, available on video cassette and video disc. Like at the time, it was with CED and Laserdisc. And it has the titles are available from the series. The Fairy Tale Theater on VHS tape series Originally came out in 1984 to 1985. Then it was all these episodes are kindly reissued in Playhouse Video in 1987. The next one we got here is a Holy Grail VHS. That is The Formula, starring with George C. Scott and Marlon Brando. And this is the 1981 VHS release from CBS NGM Home Video. Comes with the preview of Stanley Kubrick's 2001 Fame and The Wizard of Oz. And I think I see a label on there. This is in the 1981 release. Close this damn thing. This tape was released in 1981. That's hard to find. Now I got here another Holy Grail VHS. Barbra Streisand's For Pete's Sake in 1974 comedy. From Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment release. That's hard to find. I used to have this on VHS in New York till it got water damage. There's the gate packaging. Here's what this tape looks like exactly. This ain't a 1983 reprint by RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video, that's for sure. I'm glad I got this. That's hard to find. Now I got here some more VHS tapes, like The Woman in Red stars with Gene Wilder. This is their second film they did after they did Hanky Panky in 1982. This was made in 84. Also stars with Charles Grodin, Joseph Bologna, and Judith Ailey. And this is made from Orion in 1984. Comes with the song by Stevie Wonder, like, I Just Called to Say I Love You. This is the Vestron video release in 1984, and however, this tape is it's not the US, this is the UK. It has a vertical sticker label from 84, like the opposite release of Smurf and the Magic Flute. Or even Easy Money. Maybe this tape doesn't have any previews on there, but I did check it out. The next one I got here, During Time. It's a 1980 comedy that stars with Jeff Elton and Richard Mulligan and John Vernon. This is the early 1986 release for Warner Home Video. I think it was released in 84 in theaters. I'll show you what this tape looks like. And this tape has a Deftone at the end. This is the next rental. The next one we got here is Separate Tables, that has with Dewey Christie and Alan Bates. It's some kind of like a British TV show. Was made in the in the early 80s, 83, 84. This one has Table by the Window and Table Number 7. This is the next rental from Blockbuster Video. And this tape came out in 1984 by NGM UA Home Video. And this is hard to find. Now here's Garbled Talks. This is a movie about the life and times of Greta Garble. It stars with Ann Baxter. You mean like Ann Bankert. She was married to Mel Brooks. Ron Silver and Carrie Fisher. 1985 release from CBS Fox Video. It was released in NGM in 1985 at NGM UA Entertainment. This is the next rental. And the last VHS tape I have here is Cuba Crossing. I don't know who's in it. That stunt